Good day, traders. Hoping that everybody's doing well today. So I will be sharing with you guys our live this morning, or not even a live, because I'm pre-recording this just under an hour 30 earlier, because we've got some other arrangements to get to today. So what I'll be doing now is just going through 5 of the 4 of the most popular requests I usually get. We take a look at that, and you manage your risk and see how the day goes. Awesome. So we're starting with gold as usual. Starting with gold, let's see where gold is standing today. Yesterday we did look at it, and it was at a point where we missed the entry, and it was definitely gone. So we did not get that one. Let me make this a bit smaller, just so I can we can have a view of what's happening. Okay, awesome. So this one we definitely missed. So hop onto the lower time frames. Let's look at the 4 hour. I'm going to remove this because it definitely missed it. Some people that have limit orders got that, and you know we don't trade with limit orders. We always use buy stops when price gets into the zone. So those are just the basic rules that we have been trading with. They have been working for us. We don't want to change something that works, so we'll leave it at that. Awesome. So I'm just going to move this over to the right as well, so we can actually follow it properly. Can move it down. We don't really care how many hours it did when we look at it later. So we do see a bit of a move happening on the 4 hour. So I'll probably want to focus on this zone over here, and of course refine it to a better candle so I can get a good R on it. Still not sure if that's better, so I'm hopping over to the 5 minute, so we'll get it from that angle. Hop over to the hourly, which is where I usually post them. Just take note that this was taken from a 4 hour. It wasn't taken from the hourly like the rest of them, like most of them. But if you are in the boot camp, you'd know that you can trade multiple time frames, multiple directions on one pair, and still be correct. So I'll drop that onto the free channel. I know you guys love GBP pairs, so let's just do GJ, and then we'll hop on and do the GU probably. Okay, so this one completely destroyed us. I think. Actually, no, it actually went our way. Actually, those guys that requested this yesterday, can you please let me know how this played out? Because when I look at it, if you placed your buy stop here, you could have been triggered here. And if you were, then you completely got out. But now if you had this during this drop, then you only got triggered here, which means you got a nice R on that setup. So just on the comment section, let me know how that played out for those that requested it yesterday, and then we'll see how that works. Awesome. So hopping on to today's view, I wonder how the silver trade also went. We'll just take a look at it as well. Hopping on today's view, there's not really much. Something scrambled my screen, so my mouse just keeps hopping onto other monitors. Anyway, so the daily, I don't know who got this, but remember we were looking at this thing from a couple of days ago, where we had this view on the daily, and then we did say once price does get into the zone, we'll have a sell stop, and it did on this candle over here. This was a daily setup, by the way, so if you do hop on to the probably last week's videos, you'll see how we looked at this. So some did get this setup and it tanked, and they got a pretty nice R on this. I don't know how this one played out, which is what I was waiting for, but okay. Now on the 12 hour, we are still in the downtrend or in a range, so we're going to be avoiding that for now. We don't trade ranges. there's not much happening on GJ today. Alright, there's not much happening that we would like to take advantage of. So we'll definitely let that one go. You guys will let me how this played out. So the daily one I was telling you guys about, it's this one over here. So you can see price went up, and then this is where the trigger went for the sell stop. And then as price came back down, still came back down, and then got triggered here, and then maxed out here until it came back to break even some of the remaining setups. So that was a decent setup. GU, how's GU looking? I think this went against us, this setup here, because it came in completely, triggered this buy here, went out, 1 hour break even. So yeah, definitely either played against us or break even. That's definitely not a win setup, so I'll just mark it as a loss just to be on the safe side. Okay, so moving forward, I'll probably wait for price to go below the zone first before I actually consider getting into the setup. But this one at the top is still valid, so we're still going to be holding on to this one here meanwhile. And of course, whilst we wait for a nice retracement if we're going to go bearish. So I will still keep this one on the open. And then I know you guys love the US 100. US 100 left us here 2 days ago. We didn't really get anything from it. And then if we switch on to the daily, let's see what we've got. I did mark this zone as a potential setup. So let me just delete these ones that didn't trigger. Okay, so I did mark this as a potential setup that we'd want to trade from, which means we'll probably want to follow on one of these candles over here, and this is on the daily, by the way, to get a nice tee-off area, hop onto the hourly or even lower, and let's find a nice zone that we could work with. I think that should be a decent one. 15-minute. See if we can refine it even further. You can have a sell stop now if you want to use the bigger stop loss range, or you can simply just wait for price to go back into the zone again and then have a sell right here. So this is how you'd want to approach this setup, and we'll see how that plays out. There we go. There we go. And you have a nice setup moving forward. Let's see if let's follow that XAG USD setup that we did yesterday, on how that worked out. See, price never really went back up into the zone. So that's we just have to wait for that. If it does, we'll see how that plays out. And that's it for the day, guys. Happy trading, manage your risk, watch how these setups play out. And if you are not in the bootcamp, check it out. Check out our Wushu Toolbox as well. And of course, the premium